Gondar! Okay. Well, this is Gondar. That is our final destination in this trip. Yesterday we had an amazing meeting with the President and the Patriarch of the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. I'm so happy everything was looking good. So we will have more fun today and then we will visit the city today.
That looks like the Vegas Strip.
This is really very expensive area. Our head office in this building.
Are these houses over here?
Huh?
That looks like the Vegas Strip.
The cathedral. This is the cathedral, you know, the Las Vegas. Head down on the window. Navigator, sir.
my second time here, so I've seen this before. But it's always amazing to me to see that the people are washing their cars, washing their clothes, drinking the water, bathing in the same water. We came here to help get clean water for the villages so they don't have to drink the water.
They live like that, you know, the water they drink from here, and then they swim, and then they bathing, as you saw, and the children, they drink it from here, and then wash their clothes, and then they, as you see in the boat, taking big water and then to distribute to the people. That's why a lot of children dying because of bacteria and disease. That's really I have passion and for my people.
We have to dance around the container several times. Dancing and dancing.
Well, we're so happy to be back in France once again. We're so blessed to be here, and we promised a well last year when we were here. We promised water, and that's what we came. The Lord gave us favor to be able to dig a well, to bring water to these people, to bring food, to bring clothing.
We just thank God for the arrival and the safe arrival of this container. We've been waiting for it, and it's so coincidental with our arriving here, and we thank God for it. We'll be able to provide these people with potable water to drink.
Look, this is the life.
Not sure if you got everything he said, but he says 10 children live in the house and they sleep on this floor.
10 people, yeah. This is the meadow they sleep. Look, their staff now. If they have any food, they put it in. Look how they put everything. Some of the children, a little longer, they come here, they sleep there. And the cow is here because they are trying to prevent, you know, from stay store. So look at the shoes, everything. So some of the children, they sleep there. Some of them inside. So the cow is here. Her name is Shashe. The mother name is Shashe. This is all the children.
And last year when Rini was here, Rini and these two bonded very well.
Yes.
Well, I don't know. It was the first time I was here, and I just came upon this lovely young girl and just felt a connection with her. And I didn't know that this is where she lived.
You come here, you have to be touched. And until you see it, you don't know how blessed you are. And as much as we're going to help them, I can look in the eye and say, I think I'm going to be helped even more. This well is being drilled by people from this village. Our whole vision was not to just drill a well, but to buy the drill and teach them how to drill. So they will be able to drill water for other villages. So it's education. It's giving them an occupation. And that's part of it. It's not just giving, it's training. And that's an important part of it. So these children one day can get jobs and have skills. And that's what we want here. These children have pride. They just don't want. They want to learn.
Hayla
በቃ ሰዎችን ሰብስብልኝና ለህዝቡ መናገር አለ። So this is just what we have provide. There is a lot also downstairs. So
Antibiotics?
yeah, antibiotics, everything. So
I have some antifungal cream and some ibuprofen. Yeah, just little tubes of antifungal cream and ibuprofen. We can flush ears with this, maybe a big syringe. And I have some alcohol pads and some gloves. I just brought Did you have an injury? What kind of injury? Needle for here. What did he poke with? Needle. Just a needle. Why did he sharp needle? Yeah. Can you ask him does he feel that the same? No. You feel this the same?
what happened? Yesterday, there was firing fly, some kind of food in that oil is come to him. It's burned yesterday.
The accessibility to medicine, follow-up care. We're pretty much limited to acute things. But follow-up care is probably a big one. But although he tells me that they could see that someone in the hospital, which I would hope that could happen in the future, but we're of course not sure. Yeah. But it's surprising they have quite a few things here. I made a suggestion and they've been able to fill every single thing, so it's been great. Yeah.
Her village is by walk 10 hours, walking 10 hours. But she says that she gets someone help her to come here with halfway to car. This is a Muslim, by the way, so we treat everyone. It's not really so.
Right.
Dark in my stomach. I can't eat. If I eat, the stomach is up, and so another baby, and that is why he brought this baby 6 hours walking, holding this baby because he has a lot of fever, and also a lot of pain.
You are suffering from the diseases. Do you know where diseases come from? It's from your environment, your surroundings. It's from the air, from the water that you drink, from the water that you drink, and from poor environmental sanitation. If your place, from the insect, from flies. They are in the water, that muddy water that people wade in. You have bacteria in the water.
We were here last year, Helen and I, Bruce wasn't, but we were here, and last year there was no building here. They had just started construction, and this is one man's vision of what can happen to when you have a vision from God. And he came here to help his people, to build a school, to have a grinder so that people can work, and eventually a whole village here he planned. So it's really just an amazing thing to see. What in 1 year, what happened?
The vision is very straightforward. Show the government that you're going to put up, raise your funds. The government will then give you land, and from that land you can build. And what the man who had this vision is doing was to have a private school, and through the tuition of that private school, that will fund building the rest of this village. So there'll be homes here, there'll be dormitories, and that's the vision. So get the land, hire the people, give them a trade, buy a stone crusher, and that's what we have here is a stone crusher to grind the stones, and that's the product of the stone crusher right here.
Yeah, that's one of the visions that Kokem has for this ministry, that he will also do likewise with the Better Israel in the village. Get the stone crusher and create jobs, for the people in the village, employment for all of them, for the women, for the men, for the young people.
We want to move the villagers closer to Gondar. So as they're closer to Gondar, they'll get jobs, and they'll have a hospital, they'll have their own school, they'll have a little town here. And they won't be living in little huts anymore. They'll be living in cinder block homes.
Yeah, so I really appreciate you are here because you have a heart for these people, these children. So our purpose is really, this man, he was a refugee with us in Sudan 20 years ago. He went to Australia, and then he has a vision. So he returned back in order to change the community. So the government gave him this land. He bought the crusher, and then they build, from that crusher, different kinds of things. So now he gives them a job, and then he has a big vision for the future. Instead of asking money every month or every year, he would like to regenerate money from the school and then help the community. That's my vision too for my people. That's what I would like to do it together. So thank you. You came here as a witness and a testimony. If you like to build a school in this area, it cost us about $400,000 to build and then have a good school from kindergarten to high school. So if we have $500,000, that will be really enough to build the school and then to change the community. They came in, then it was really just abandoned place, and then they established really school and everything, and then they would like to really produce milk, not only for the orphanage but also regenerate income by produce milks, and then you can sell for the hotels, for the city. That way you can regenerate money for the orphanage. And this kind of cows, it's not typical cows for Ethiopians. The Ethiopians cows very small and they don't produce that amount of milk. This kind of European milk already it's produced over in a day 250 liter a day milk. It's too much. In that milk you can sell it, you can produce also yogurt, you can produce milk, butter, and then you can really get a lot of money from the one cow. And it's costing us maybe 25,000 birr, in about maybe 1,500 US.
First, the organization both came, cargo, with the heifers, and the heifers become cows, and the objective of the cow is first to produce income for the orphanage, and the next objective is we will give milk for the orphanage. And then it is cost effective among the activities which bridge of hope apply. The dairy farm is more effective and generates more income with money. We have around 6 permanent workers and more than 100 daily workers seasonally to cut grass. And we have one veterinary medicine with contract based. We do 700 per month. He supervise the health condition. And one expert, me, I follow up the diet plan. So we have milk, and also we are selling the cows when they become old and unproductive cows.
So can you reproduce the cows here? Do you reproduce the cows, or do you have to buy a new one?
No. First we bought only 10, and they are producing.
How many do you have now?
Now we have around 32.
Is it expensive to feed them?
Not too expensive. Relatively it's expensive. Time to time it's increasing. But from Dash and Briori, we have the residue.
From Dash and Beer. The factory is here. So they bought the residue of the beer.
Which is more important for milk production. The grass around here, cut and store it.
ስንት ጊዜ ሆናቸው ይሄን ከለቀቁን አይሁዶቹ? 82. Yeah.
They vacated the village.
Well, this is evidence. You see, we didn't see any evidence of the Star of David anywhere we went.
Yeah.
But there's no Beta here.
Here, no. Already there.
So they just took the village.
Yeah. The clay now, and then they crush it. Then they'll make like that. So this is a previous Beta Israel village. Call him Beta Israel, means House of Israel, and this is the synagogue what they were worshipping. When they left in 1980, between 1980 to 90, when they left, the Christian move in, they take over. So this is like now, it is empty. It's like a museum, So this area or surrounding area belongs to the Jewish village. So this we call it Walaka. Walaka is near to Gondar. That is the Falasha village. Shalom. We are standing now in Gondar. The name of this area is, we call him Walaka. That's actually the previous Jewish. They were living here before they moved to Israel. So this is really one of the ancient history for the Jewish community. This is the Jewish cemetery, one of the closest to Gondar. We have many a little farther than Gondar, like in Kwara and even Chilga area, and also Addis Zaman and Samin area also, in Dabat area. But this is really a great grave. And it is abandoned actually. I'm very sorry to hear like this way. It's like it's abandoned area. But the Jewish agency already wrote good things about him to memory about the people who were desire to go to Israel. On the way to Israel, they died. Many of them on the road to Sudan. And we were, me and my wife, we were eyewitness. We saw a lot of dead bodies on the road, and by God's grace we survived. But we lost over 4,000 Ethiopian Jews on the way to Israel, and then they died on the desert. Children and old people and young people, and a lot of woman who really has a baby, and they died on the road.
Clean water, Ethiopian government has planned to provide clean water for all, but it is difficult to reach all at a time. The coverage is growing fastly, but still there are many people who have not got the chance to get clean water. So it is important and it is complementary for our effort.
There'll be trained villagers to dig wells.
Of course.
Are you going to employ them? Him, the governor.
Yeah.
How can we get them to be the team that drills other wells?
Yeah.
He can help you do, because he said his plan is to give fresh water.
Yeah.
Well, we've got 15 people. We've got people ready in 15 days to drill wells.
Yeah.
Pay them to do it.
Yeah. Well, that's right.
That's the plan you got to come up with.
Yeah, he says that
People should come to the village, see the well working, meet the team, see the trainer, and start deploying this team to other villages. And maybe it's not even a local village. Maybe it's a village near Gondar.
Yeah.
Port them over.
Yeah.
If you want to scale up the
Well, we've got a team now.
Yeah.
Scale them up. We're ready.
Yeah.
We're ready.
Yeah, but as you don't think like Americans in Africa. Even if we get 1 month.
I don't think like an American. I think like a businessman.
Yeah, businessman.
You can be a businessman in any country.
Even the bureaucracy for 4 months for the drilling, the welling,
So here's the plan.
Yeah.
We get the well done.
Yeah.
You have a ceremony for the first last water that comes out of there.
Yeah.
And then we go and say, we're ready.
Okay. I will do.
That will help fund the villages. He's got to pay someone to drill the wells. Pay you. Pay this team.
Yeah. Yeah.
We will discuss thoroughly with the bureau officials.
He says that we have to discuss with the bureau office.
You remember the in the morning that we made? Yes. Yeah? They are in charge of
restaurant.
So we will bring the proposal, the plans, so we'll discuss already with this.
There will be a little, what I'm worried a little bit, Bruce. Because our organization is non-profit organization. It is not a business side. That's why how we can really, we have to come in idea. We are not really.
We have to think about that.
Yeah, we are not profitable.
That's okay.
That's what I'm saying.
He's going to have to pay somebody to drill those wells. We have to make it an easy program for him and for you, because it'll still start to fund the villages. He's going to have to pay somebody to do it.
Yeah, but maybe they said, okay, you are not a business people. You came as a NGO status, non-profit organization to help. But you can't train the people. And then I don't know these people, they can use our machine to get money.
To Jeff Lowenthal, how you set that up.
Yeah.
Talk to Jeff Lowenthal how to set it up.
Here in Ethiopia?
Yes.
Do you think Jeff knows something?
He'll put us in contact with somebody.
Okay.
But he is a lawyer, he'll know how. But we're cooperating with the governor because he said there is a plan to do this.
Yeah.
To get fresh water. We have to be part of that plan.
Yeah, it doesn't have to make a profit, it just has to be functional. And if there's a budget, the government will meet that budget. It just doesn't have to show a profit, see what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's why I would like to discuss more with, instead of the governor, the water bureau. That is important because the governor, he says that you have to discuss with him how to implement.
But get his blessing.
Oh, yeah. He says that he will give us.
I have to talk to you about the art program.
Yeah, okay.
Because that's working in America right now.
Good.
We have to solicit the help of those in government. That's why we have come here this afternoon to solicit your help.
My wife last year came to Ethiopia with COCAB, and she came home a different person. She was touched by your people. The gentleness, the uniqueness, everybody just smiled, even in the village. When we went to the village yesterday, as bad as it was in some of the conditions, all they did was smile. And I felt they were my children. So when my wife came back last year, Kokeb and I sat down and he asked us to join his board. And the first thing he said was, let's dig a well. And the first thing I said was, no, let's not dig a well. Let's buy a drill and teach them how to drill a well. Let's start a program where we just don't give, but we teach. So we raised money very quickly, $50,000. We bought a drill in America, had it shipped through Djibouti, came here. We hired trainers. We bought all the equipment. And today, your people are learning how to drill a well in their village. So it's like you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day, you teach him the fish he eats for life. That's what we want to do.
What we'd like to hear from you really, is it possible in future? We can work together when we ask land, when we ask help professionally from the government. Are you willing really to provide all the information what we are looking for, and then to bring more business people and others who love the Ethiopians, and then to invest and also to help our people? So this is really our heart, because I don't want to go and tell the people, come to my country and then invest. Later on, after they invest a lot of money, and if something is wrong, it is really risky. That's why I would like to bring all these people with me to see first the area and then to meet with you guys. So I really appreciate your time. I know most of you are busy, and I would like to meet also the governor. He's in Gondar. We might see him soon. And I know you have a lot of things to do, but you gave us this opportunity to tell you our burden. So I really appreciate your kindness. But we want to hear from you. But before that, maybe Pastor Rick, you want to say something?
Pastor Kokeb invited me here to do some medical work. I've been working as a physician assistant for about 24 years now. I'm thinking back to what Bruce said. I remember when I was in school, we had a class on doing like village underdeveloped medicine. And the teacher was kind of a very forthright individual, and she said, all you people in medicine, you think you're so smart. You're going to come and help people in the third world and do so much for them. They don't need you, they need a good plumber. And they need a good water supply. And I'll never forget that. She emphasized the point to make a point, but I think that's absolutely true. Treatment of cholera, clean water. And clean water definitely prevents many diseases, as you well know. So I just really appreciate what's been said already, and just thankful to be here. I have an opportunity now to work in East Africa for a short time, and looking forward to being involved in a clinic in Gondar, also in Mekelle, and going to do a little bit of work in Arba Mirch as well. So thank you so much.
We thank you so much, because you honestly coming and just to help the poor people. In our region, as you know before, there is peace, there is good condition for everyone. There is so peace for movement, for investment, for any other to do. This is one prerequisite for us and for you to help those of Israel people. By the way, you are asking us to help you for your project or for your project implementation to help the poor people. As far as possible, your project is really appreciated and improves for those Israel people sitting here in Ethiopia. By the way, here in Amara region, every people equally treated. As far as our government, as far as we possible, we treat them as all in Ethiopia people. It is not that much isolated. As you see there, no much isolated.
Where the real challenge and need is, so that we know where, in other words, step one, step two. In other words, based on your frustration and your experience.
Yeah, the last 10 years really we were really trying to get recognition by the Ethiopian government. It doesn't happen until last year. So last year really the Lord gave us favor, and then we get now a license recognized by the Ethiopian government that the Jewish ministry has a right to do work in Ethiopia for the Jewish community. And now I see this is opportunity for us, a big door for us. This is in our story, this kind of recognition. Really, it's powerful for me. It's like God, rise up Cyrus in order to build the temple in Jerusalem. The same like that. So now we had agreement with the government, $5 million budget for 5 years. For what? To give the young generation job, because the government is really looking, some kind of organization to organize the young generation, give them hope, training them, and then give them some kind of vocational training, and then give them some hope. And the older people, most of the Jews, they are segregated in the village. They are looking a kind of job like agriculture, like cow project and chicken farm, and also irrigation system. Now the government is willing to give us a large land if we have the capacity to invest in that land. They are welcoming us. They said, come, invest in our country. Actually, Ethiopia, the last 25 years, one of the peaceful and the stable government in Africa. And as you saw, a lot of investors coming from India, in France, Germany, and even in America and Israel. They invest here, a lot of agriculture. So for us, really, as a Messianic Jews, it is really a good opportunity that the Lord gave us. I am afraid, through the history, the Lord is open doors, and if we don't use it, there's time also to close. So we might be regret. I think this is really our mandate as a believers also. We have a mandate from Yeshua that to look after his chosen people and poor people, forgotten people. That's why me and my wife, we left really our comfortable place, America, would like to come here to help our people. So really, I hope after this, visit, you saw all the area, and I hope there will be some great openness. This time, we have a palace, open door for us. The president meet us, the patriarch, the governor, the higher officers meet us, is a commissioner, the commander, he will meet us tomorrow. So it looks like the Lord really brings all together. Now it's not really about the Ethiopian government, it's about us. So I'm encouraging people, if the Lord gave you capacity to invest or to give, this is time. This is the right time. Remember, everything is from Him. And we were born naked, we will go back naked. Everything what He gave us to test our heart, how we love Him, how we really generous toward the poor and the forgotten people. So I encourage really, I'm so glad the last 10 years really a lot of Americans, they stand with us, they help us, by providing clinic and and also blanket, clothing, and some food. But I don't want to really continue to give them, some kind of small things and then make them always begging or expecting money from others. They are smart people. They are very smart. If we give them a chance, they can be really help others. So I'm very confident in my people. Really, they will do great things in the next 3, 4, 5 years. I see great things coming toward my people.